Testing, testing. Check, check, check.
We're testing the
We
mics
are.
now.
We're broadcasting the San Francisco Seagulls versus the Walnut Creek Crawdads.
Here we go. We got it.
We're
cool.
on. We're live.
You can hear both of us? You can hear both of us? Cool. All right.
Just get started. Welcome in to the San Francisco Seagulls versus the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Jonah Lipson alongside Dominic Klima.
What's going on, everyone?
It's gonna be a fun game today. The Seagulls coming off a 2-1 series loss to the Sonoma Stompers. First game was at Sonoma and they dominated. It was 9-0. And then second game came back over to here in San Bruno, and the Seagulls got to start on their home field 14-3, and so for the final for the game winner, which was back in Sonoma on Sunday, the Seagulls got destroyed again 14-0. But it's a new team that is 1-1 on the season. Hasn't played as many games as the Seagulls have, but they have some bright spots.
Yeah, definitely. I think their hitting has looked very solid in those first two games. They don't strike out a whole lot. You have some players, and again, these stats are only through two games, so hard to judge how good everyone's doing, but you do have two different players, I should say. Those players are Copeland and Clisby, that was the wrong stat. Copeland and Jenkins, those are the two only players with trips around the bases so far. They want to add to that. Johnson leads the team in at-bats with 10. His average is 250, so a good hitting team. And pitching is also looking solid after two games. In the rotation so far, every single pitcher on the roster has pitched at least one game. You have Barnes leading the team. He has 3 innings pitched. He's allowed 1 hit, struck out 5. He's 1-0 on the season. 0 runs allowed, 0 ERA. And again, only 1 game, so you can't judge it completely, but that's a very solid start for him. So the overall ERA for the team is 7.5 because there are some pitchers that have gotten some bad luck. So
Yeah,
they're
totally.
gonna bring that down.
Well, we are just moments away before the national anthem's going to start. Waiting on the managers and the umpires to check in, as you can see right there. But it's definitely going to be interesting. Also, the fact that you have that the starting pitcher for the Crawdads, it's his first game today.
Oh,
He hasn't played at all this season, so no stats. We don't know exactly what he's going to look like. We do know that we know that he's has some. That obviously, if he's starting, he must be good enough.
yeah, but I think one thing to note when you look at both of these rosters, they rotate around a lot. Like if you look at all the other pitchers for Walnut Creek, since we're talking about them, out of the other 9, they all have 1 game played and have no more than 3 innings. So it looks like they rotate through the pitchers rather than have one starter pitch a good 5 or 6 innings. You let the bullpen kind of do its work. Since we're all just trying to get a chance to play, get a little better over the summer, showcase what they got going this season. So just to keep in mind for that.
Totally. And so for now, we're gonna take a break as the national anthem gets started, and gameplay will start soon. All right, gameplay is getting underway very shortly. We have Max McGrady, who's going to be starting. He's started 1 game, the last home game against the Stompers, and he so far this season has struggled. 6 hits, allowed 10 runs, only 2 strikeouts, and 1.2 innings pitched. So it's his chance to get some redemption and show that he's a competent pitcher.
Yeah, definitely. I think getting a good game here after that a rough outing against Sonoma would be good. And just for the team to come out here and hopefully sneak away with a win. It's tough when you go up in a series against a team like Sonoma, who clearly their bats are going right now, and there's not a whole lot you can do. Sometimes you just, no matter what you throw out literally and figuratively, they're going to knock it out of the park, and that's what they did. So a good start from McGrady would be big, not only for him, but the team as a whole, get back in the winning column and start climbing up the standings.
Yeah. And what it seems like what manager Ryan Davis likes to do is get a bunch of different pitchers in there. So no matter how good McGrady is playing, he will probably only get like 2 or 3 innings at most. I mean, I know last game he did like 1 inning for the starting pitchers, and then got and just like mixed in a bunch of different guys, which is different than you see as the pros. But
right, well, and similar to what I said to Walnut Creek, you're just giving everybody a chance. There's not necessarily a designated starter. Now, this is McGrady's second start, so he might be a starting pitcher for the Seagulls. That's his role. But again, as I said, like Walnut Creek, you're not going to see him pitch 5 or 6 innings. You're going to see him pitch 2 or 3.
So first up to bat for the Crawads is center fielder Trey Johnson, and as that one goes low for ball 1.
And just for effect, there was a firework right after that pitch, just to make it even cooler.
Cooler. We got some Tuesday night baseball. We're excited. It goes for strike 1, and Johnson is has a 300 batting average and is 3 for 10 at bat this year. Johnson hits that one grounded and straight to first, and that's going to be the first out of the game for the Seagulls.
Good off-speed pitch from McGrady, got him to roll the hands over, swing early on it, hit it right to second, easy toss to first, and that is what you want. You can't get a strikeout, you want weak contact. You get those quick, easy outs, get the bats going here for the Seagulls.
Next up is Jared Medham. He was just signed by the Crawads recently, so no stats on him. It's his first game, but if he's number 2, he must be pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. That means you're a guy that can get on base, maybe a little bit of power too. Some lineups utilize it differently, but he's definitely, as I said, somebody they can get on base. Somebody like Wilma Flores for the Giants, if you look at him.
Yeah. And this one is grounded, and another ground out straight to first.
Another good pitch from McGrady. That was inside. Again, weak contact towards second. That one was good. That was very inside. Surprised that he swung at that one, but sometimes by the time you realize it, it's too late. The bat's ready over your shoulder, and that's 2 down.
So next up is Ryan Ellis, who it's first time at bat this season. Interesting to see how the Crawdads just throw in a bunch of guys who have no experience, like at the top of the lineup. That one's wide. 0-1 is the count, 2 outs. Brady throws this one low, 1-1 now. Fouls this one all the way into the parking lot. Hopefully no one's cars get hit.
Ellis had some okay timing on that outside fastball, but McGrady just able to get it by him. So we might see an off-speed pitch here after we've seen 2 outside fastballs and 1 inside and low. So I feel like an off-speed put-away pitch here would do the trick.
1-2 is the count, 2 outs, top of the first. Grounds this one just like the last 2. It's going to be second to first.
Good inning from McGrady. That's 3 up, 3 down. They're all ground outs towards second, and that is a really good start from him. Good bounce back after that rough game against Sonoma, and now it's Seagulls' turn to get the bats going.
And that's going to be the top of the first, and now it's the Seagulls' turn to take the bat. All right. Bottom of the first, Aiden White is the pitcher. It's his first game, and Alan Ramirez, who's been leading off for a bunch of games this season, is going to lead off again for the Seagulls. Second baseman has a 200 batting average. No home runs, but 4 stolen bases.
Aiden White is a lefty pitcher. You don't see that super often, but a good sight to see.
Ramirez hits this one straight to left field and out for the first out of the game.
That was a really good throw there from Wilson. Had to extend all the way out, get that one just in time as Ramirez almost beat it out. But a good first out by Walnut Creek.
Jake Brewer is the next batter up. He has a 294 batting average, 17 at bat this year. So he's been pretty successful for the Seagulls so far. Strike.
Good fastball there from White.
Brewer has a 3.53 slugging with 2 RBIs. One and one is the count with 1 out, still 0-0. Lil right, that ball.
Let's go, bro.
This one fouls into the fence.
Good challenge pitch inside.
2-2 the count now. Brewer is a fan favorite of the Seagulls. Has lots of connections here, I guess. He works the youth league too. Full count now. Saw a lot of full counts on Saturday.
Yes, we did. Just note that was a really good take from Brewer with that high fastball just above the zone. Hard to lay off that one.
And strikeout. First strikeout of the game for Aiden White.
Couldn't catch up to the velocity there, and that's 2 down here. So not a whole lot of bats going here in this first inning from either team. We'll see what Johnson has to say about that.
So the designated hitter, Ethan Johnson, is up. He has 10 at-bats this year, 2 for 10, 3 runs.
Lefty on lefty, so a hard at bat here for Johnson definitely gives White the advantage. So we'll see what he has up his sleeve.
Totally. Ball 1. And that one goes past the catcher. So 2-0 is the count with 2 down. Th 3-0 now. 2-1, excuse me.
Good fastball, but fair take from Johnson. He's up 2-0. Doesn't need to swing if he doesn't like it.
It's this one down left field, and is Johnson going to make it? Yeah, it looks like waiting for the umpire call, but it looks like he made it.
That ball went past into the fence, so he's going to get there. Good attempt there to throw that from Wilson. Ewens on first, tried to scoop it, couldn't get it, so it rolled past into the fence. And Seagulls are on the board, first hit of the day. But they run around first, and now Wallen up to bat.
Wallen, the right fielder, is 3 for 6 at bat this year, so pretty solid. That one goes high.
Straighten him up on that inside pitch.
Swing and miss, or foul ball. 1-1 the count, 2 down, 1 on. One's low.
Gonzalez trying to frame that one. You can see by the way he snapped his glove at the end. Hopefully the umpire didn't see it. So 2-1.
This one goes deep into right field. And that's going to be, and the Seagulls are going to pick up a couple of bases here. A double for Whalen. And Johnson makes it to third.
That was a good swing. Took a chance at that inside pitch, but timed it up nice, and that dropped in. So a double, and that moves Johnson to third. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Seagulls. Let's see what Waldvogel has.
So the Seagulls now in scoring position, and it's Waldvogel up the first baseman, has a 1.82 batting average with 2 for 11 at bat. 0 runs, however.
In a little bit of a slump, this is a good opportunity. Two runners in scoring position to kind of get out of that slump. Base hit, knock in a run or two. Let's see what he's got.
That one goes wide, right? That one goes down. 2-0 count. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Score is still 0-0. Swing and a miss.
Couldn't catch up to that high fastball, but a good pitch there from White.
It's this one deep into right field. Is he going to get it? Looks like he does. And that'll end the first. Seagulls in scoring position, but the fly ball does not work out for them.
Seagulls left 2 on at the bottom of the first, but 2 hits, so nonetheless going to get on the board early. Hopefully get the bats going for some later innings. So as we head into the second, score is 0-0.
So we're at the top of the second. It's going to be Riley Leninger who's gonna start off for the Crawdads, and the first inning went a lot quicker than the other day.
Yeah, the other day, the Stompers put up, I think, at least 5 in that first inning. So they got going quick, had a lot of foul balls, a lot of long at-bats, good battles. So here, these were quick. A lot of weak contact for the Crawdads and a couple of hits for the Seagulls. But in the end, couldn't get it done. That first pitch is in there for a strike.
Totally. That one goes low. 1-1 is the count now.
You can see McGrady nodding his head there, kind of like, all right, I see what we're at here. You're not going to go for that low pitch. So he's probably going to move around the zone. You might see some up high on the outside.
1-2 the count.
Just on the edge of the zone. That's where you like it as a pitcher.
McGrady feeling comfortable now. This one goes low.
Figured he'd try both sides of the strike zone. That one was a little too far inside for Leninger to take a look at, so we even at 2.
So Leninger is 3 for 9 at bat this season. But striked out twice. And this one goes way into the parking lot. Always worried about the cars getting hit by those balls.
Luckily, that sounded like it hit the fence, so I don't think anyone's cars got hit there. And I park far away, so there's no chance my car's getting hit. I am way, way out there.
Yeah, that was smart. I parked further away than I used to because, you know, it scares everyone. You never want to get your car hit there. So full count again.
Good from Leninger to lay off of that outside chase pitch, especially fastball. Looks really, really, really hittable out of the hitter's eye, so good look from him.
It's this one, grounds this one, and he got him. So first out of the inning.
Ramirez fumbled that when he saw it pop up out of his glove, but got a hold of it, threw it to first in time. Way to keep his composure. And it's very easy to, once you fumble it, you can either not even get the throw off or have a bad throw to first, have it go towards dugout. All of a sudden, runner gets to second. So way to keep his composure, get it to first in time. That's 1 down.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of fumbles throughout the season, which is typical among college players, but definitely not helpful. So, very wide ball as Ewens is the runner-up, the hitter at bat. He's the first baseman. 2 for 8 at bat this year.
Last one was just a bit outside.
1-1 the count now with one away.
Good fastball to get it back just on the outside part of the zone. That one's hard to think about whether you want to swing. If you swing and you miss, well, it's way too far. If it's in there and you take a swing like that one, which is fouled back, so it's kind of 50-50 chance. Hard to get that fastball outside.
One and two now. Ewens has been struck out 3 times, or in his 8 times at bat, so definitely fouled there again.
Fouled back, so he's just a bit lazy. That was back towards the opposite side of the box for Ewens, so he's catching up to the fastball, but may see an off-speed pitch from McGrady to try and put him away, get some weak contact, maybe a curveball low in the zone.
Grounds this one, but fouled.
Ahead of that off-speed pitch, so it looked like Ewens was expecting a fastball. McGrady did go with the off-speed. Luckily for Ewens, he swung on top of it, but it was foul, so he stays alive, 1 and 2.
It's getting cold out here. A little misty, maybe. But maybe that's just me.
No, it's definitely cold. I got 2 jackets on, and I can feel it.
And this one goes high into left. Looks like it's going to be Galvin with the catch. So 2 away now. It's going to be Brady Wilson, the designated hitter up, who's also first time at bat this season. Fouls this one into the fence.
A little late on that off-speed pitch. It's going to be velocity, not off-speed. Misspoke there.
That one. Second strike for McGrady.
A nice curveball there, just was inside. I thought it was going to be a ball umpire side otherwise.
And 1-2 is now the count.
That one called a ball. I think that may have been the umpire getting the count to where it should have been after that last call on the inside off-speed pitch. That one looked like it was dead in the zone, but 1-2 is your count nonetheless.
Brady Wilson, a junior from the University of Pacific from Sacramento. That one's low. 2-2 count now. (6'2", 220 pounds. This one goes low. You're gonna have a full count again.
Inside slider. That one was really good pitch from McGrady. Try to get the swing and miss, but good eye there from Wilson. So it's full count.
And this one strikes Wilson right in the shoulder, it looked like. But luckily, he's okay.
Yeah, that one either barely got him in the shoulder or just missed. Nonetheless, it's a walk. So first runner on base of the day for the Crawads here with 2 outs. So Walnut Creek's going to look for a 2-out rally. McGrady's going to look to shut that down.
It's going to be Joey Donnelly up next, the left fielder. This one goes low. A little bit of a wild pitch, but Wilson does not attempt to steal.
Yeah, it didn't roll too far away there from Lewis. So Wilson decides to stay on. Definitely would have gotten thrown out if he went for it.
Grady taking some looks, swings and misses. 1-1 the count now.
I think he was sitting off speed and velocity came at him quick. It was a low fastball at the knees. Hard to get the barrel on that even if you're on timing with that, but he was not expecting that one, so way behind that one for a 1-1 count.
Donnelly is 1 for 4 on the season with 0 runs.
Bit of a I want to say giving call, but a very, very nice call from the umpire for the outside strike, 1-2.
Grounds this one to right field, and he got him. So that'll be the mid. We'll get to the middle of the second now through a grounder.
A big thank you to one of our sponsors.
So we are at the bottom of the second, and It looks as though Aiden White's going to stay out there, and for the Seagulls, it's the left fielder, Mac Galvin. Little right.
Lefty pitcher on a righty batter here as Galvin steps in, so it means he has a better eye on the ball when it's coming out of White's hand, so hopefully he can get on base, get a nice base hit.
This one goes low. 2-0 is the count. Galvin is 1 for 11. 3-0 is the count now. And that'll be a walk. 0 strike walk.
Yeah, 4-pitch walk. Not what you want to see from White on this next at bat. I'm sure he's going to want to get some balls in the strike zone, especially with the runner on first, no out. So good opportunity for the Seagulls to move him up. Maybe a nice shot flash play here to get him to second, and then a couple of base hits, and get on the board, strike first.
And tries to pick off Galvin. That did not work. Nav Sundar, the third baseman, is up.
So 1-0 count here for Sundar.
Sundar is 2 for 11 at that. It's a low ball there. Foul.
A little bit of contact on that inside off-speed pitch. He was in front of it, but still got a little piece of it to make it 1-2.
And Galvin attempts to steal, but he's gone. First out of the game, first out of the inning, excuse me, for the Seagulls.
Not a bad jump for Galvin, just bad luck. That was when White turned around, decided to throw back to first. So as soon as that ball got into the glove of Yoens, there was no chance he was getting second in time. That's one down here.
Fouls this one. Still 1-2.
Good swing on that inside pitch to stay alive.
Sundar has a .357 on base percentage. This one goes wide and low. And that.
Oh, they're going to call him out on that. So a called strikeout looking for Sundar. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner. Didn't take the bat off the shoulder. That was a really good put away pitch from White, and that's 2 down.
So Tate Lewis, the catcher, is now up for the Seagulls. This one goes wide and low for ball number 1. He is 2 for 9 at bat this.
Lay off that high fastball. That one looks out of the hand. So nice to take a swing at, and by the time you realize it, it's already behind you. So it was a good take there from Lewis.
And called a strike. Took a second for the umpire.
Oh, she just needs the ball.
Yeah, looks like the umpire has a pretty pretty wide strike zone, both on the inside and outside. So you don't have to paint the zone. You can be a little, well, except for that one. That one almost got him. Lewis had to get out of the way. So you can be a little lenient with your pitches on the strike zone. Once again, inside, outside. High and low, she's very consistent.
So 3-1, 2 away. And now a full count again.
Couldn't time up to the off-speed pitch, full count.
This could be a big pitch right now for the Crawads. Fouls this one behind him.
Good battle here from Lewis. That is the 6th pitch of the at-bat, but a long one here. So we will see how this one turns up in the next pitch.
Wait, given some head movements, trying to, but that one he'll make it on for the 7-pitch walk.
7-pitch walk, yeah, I believe that is correct. So second walk of the inning from White, and Seagulls have another runner on first.
Shane Santaga, the center fielder, is up for the Seagulls. It's his first game at bat this season. This one goes low.
Ooh, good strike at the knees. Again, just those ones are so hard to even think about swinging at, because you know if you take a swing at that one 9 out of 10 times, that is a ground out to probably, if you're a righty, short third. So had to take that one.
Santaga is a rising sophomore at Lawrence University. He had a .255 batting average at school this year. He was number 1 in at-bats on his team.
Really good pitch from White. Santoga took a look at it, couldn't time it up, so that's 1-2.
And they got him, and that will end the third, or the second, excuse me.
Really good put-away pitch from White. Got him to chase that low fastball at the knees. As I said earlier, it's hard to time that one up, so that's his second strikeout of that inning, second strikeout of the day as we head to the top of the third.
Now bat
So we're at the top of the third. McGrady still in for his third straight inning.
Yeah, he hasn't allowed any hits yet. Knock on wood for that. He only has one walk. Doesn't have a strikeout, but he has only one ball that's been in the air. All of his other outs have been ground outs, so he's producing a lot of weak contact. No big power off of the bats for the Crawdads so far, and he'd like to keep it that way.
Totally. And now he's up against the right fielder Sam Jenkins, who is 1 for 4 at bat this season. This one goes flying.
That
left.
one had potential to hit a car.
Yeah, didn't look like, because I think the parking lot's a little further back the other way, so. One and two count. Still 0-0. On the top of the third.
Crawdads yet to get on base without a walk, so they got one free pass. No hits so far.
Yeah.
Jenkins wants to put that away and get on board for the first time, or get on base for the first time with a hit, I should say. Counts now 2-2.
And the walk was hit by pitch, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was tough to tell. I couldn't tell if it got his shoulder or if it was in fact a walk. It was right on the edge.
It might have been close, yeah. So 2-2 now the count, and swings and got him.
First strikeout of the day for McGrady. Looked like that off-speed pitch curveball kind of went down. It almost looked like it was a sinker. It kind of went down at the last second. I think Jenkins was expecting it a bit higher in the zone, so he swung over it a little early, so that's one down.
So the catcher, Matt Gonzalez, is up. He has 3 at-bat, but no hits. Only 1 walk on base, and this one goes flying into right field, and looks like they got him.
Yeah, Walton had to go just a bit deep, shift to the right a little bit to get that one. That one wasn't going out of the park, but he did have to jog a bit to get there. That's 2 down, so first good contact we've seen from the Crawdads so far.
Trey Johnson back at it. He was grounded out in the first. So 2 away in the top of the third. This one goes for a
really good movement on that slider. That one ducked into the zone at the last second. Got the outside edge, 0-1. I say this I do not say this often, but that one, that was filthy. Keeping it real with
one
y'all.
by McGrady. He's been feeling comfortable. That one a little outside.
He tried to do it again, didn't get as much bite at the end on that one. But I like the confidence in that slider. If he keeps using it, he can get that going. That does not look good for the Crawdads. That's going to result in a lot of weak contact, especially if he's painting the zone like he has been. So 1-1 here.
Johnson is a rising sophomore at Skyline College.
Almost took out the third base coach. I don't think it was personal though. It looked accidental, but we'll never know for sure.
1-2 the count. This one goes flying into center field. And Santag is going to get it. And just like 3 at-bats, 3 outs.
Yeah, another 3-up, 3-down inning from McGrady. First strikeout of the day, and then 2 pop-outs to flip us to the bottom of the third.
So we are at the bottom of the third. It looks as Aiden White's still in, and it's going to be Ramirez back at it. He was grounded out in the first.
Jonah, just because I was talking about it right now, what walk-up song would you use if you had one?
Oh, what the classics that they talk about.
Hang on, let me just. This was not my idea for the broadcast. I heard it out of my ear, and I'm now getting flamed on the side that it was not my idea. I do not take credit for it.
The walk-up song that just happened, or
for asking you for talking about it as I should talk about the game a little bit. That is a good inside fastball from White to make it 1-2.
Well, yeah, think about that. But Ramirez is struck out for the White's fourth strikeout of the game.
Yeah, his strikeout count is looking very good right now. He's allowed 2 hits, but no, it's gonna be 3 hits. So 2 hits in the first, 1 in the second. And other than that, a lot of good strikeouts and a few groundouts.
Jake Brewer up. He was struck out in the first. It's a nice pitch by White. This one slides out a little bit.
He's going to bounce off Gonzalez, kept it in front of him, but just took a big bounce. Luckily, nobody on first to scramble over to second.
I guess I have to say, not like us, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, that's like a classic. Clean version, of course, as this one flies out in a center field. And Johnson will snag it.
Some good contact there from Brewer. That was a good sound off the bat. Went fairly deep, just didn't have enough under it to keep going as that's 2 down. But one of those at bats where you realize it was good, just didn't end up where you wanted it. Come up next and crush it home next time.
So Ethan Johnson, designated hitter, is up. He had a single in the first. This one goes right on the edge.
Good curveball there. Started up high. One to lay off of it and then kind of dipped into the zone. Oh, no, sorry. That was a ball. From my angle, that was strike. So 1-1. I apologize for that one.
It's tough through the fence to see, but 2-1, the count, 2 away. And they are currently, it's like they're looking at something. Not sure what that was about.
I was trying to figure out. I couldn't tell either, but I guess we got a little break. Now we're back to it.
Ryan Davis might have been calling for something. All right.
Big swing and a miss there. I think his eyes got a little wide, tried to crush that one, but he was a bit in front, so 2-2.
That one goes low. But it looks like
they're going to call that one a strike. I thought that was under the zone, but that is a called strike, so struck out looking, and now we flip to the fourth. Score stays 0-0.
It's top of the fourth, and it's going to be Jared Medham up for the Crawads. This one goes.
Some good movement on that slider, just a bit too inside, so 1-0 to start off the count.
And Ryan Davis really liking McGrady's play. Typically he only gives them like each pitcher like 1 or 2 innings and then they're out. But it's the 4th inning. He's still in.
Yeah, shows that he trusts him, and he has been playing very good. He hasn't allowed a hit yet, I believe. So definitely going to want to keep that one up. Shows the bump pulls away. So 2-1 here. But yeah, no, it is nice to see him get some good innings in, as I mentioned earlier, after that rough outing against Sonoma. So get some confidence back and hopefully just take it through this game and through the rest of the year.
Still a no-hitter for him.
So far. Knock on wood.
Knocking on wood, but it's 3-1 count right now. It's, compared to the last couple games against the Stompers, it was, except for the first game, it was like they really got him, but they really couldn't stop.
I was a called strike. It looks like Medham thought it was off the zone as he jogs back. I thought that one was tough. I think that was a 50-50 call, so full count here.
He was like so sure of it, and 2 seconds later, the umpire says, "Nope, you're back on." So full count now. And there you go. Now he's on base.
I think he threw the bat for a little bit of effect there. Kind of like, you knew it was the ball last time. Threw that one off the side, a little hard. So now it's 1 on. As the second walk from McGrady. So
second walk, but no hits yet.
Yeah, maybe get a little ground out, double play. That'd be big.
Yeah. Ryan Ellis, second base. This one goes wide left, and Ellis was grounded out in the first. One the count. Oh.
Good outside pitch called strike, even at 1.
Ellis is a rising senior from Peoria, Arizona.
Made the trip out here. Good for him.
Got a lot of guys across the country. It looks like Madam's gonna steal there. A little bit of an error there, and Medham makes it to third.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough play to make for Walt Vogel. Took a big hop off that bounce, got up and over his glove, rolled in the right, and that allowed Medham to get to third and Ellis to get just to first. He stayed there, so runners on the corners, no outs. McGrady will want to have some good pitches, get some weak contact, maybe a couple of strikeouts, get out of this jam.
So Riley Leninger up. He was grounded out in the second. Want to know the count? Swings at this one. Now 1-1. Yeah, you're talking about guys traveling here. Leninger's from Texas. He goes to Oklahoma.
Wow, now that is a trip, even more so than Arizona.
Oklahoma, I think they're a pretty good baseball. They have a good baseball program, don't they?
Yeah, they're pretty solid every year. So to come all the way out here from that program means a lot. So we should see some good play from him.
It's like he was a redshirt freshman. So it doesn't get too much playing time. And McGrady's now nervous. Tries to pick off Ellis. Doesn't work. So talk about the no-hitter. Of course, it had to happen. But still very solid for McGrady. 2-2 count.
All right, let's go, Robin.
No outs. Top of fourth. And Ellis, and he...
Good snag.
Look at that for McGrady. And that'll be... Medham will still score.
Yeah, that was a really good contact from Leninger, but a really good snag from McGrady on the mound. But like you said, that does knock in Medham from third. So Crawdad strike first, making it 1-0 here in the top of the fourth.
Want to know the count for Ewens, who was hit a fly out in the second. One little high.
Just off the zone. That one hit the glove loud, though. I mean, it was a lot of velocity. So nice, good pop out of the glove. That means that McGrady still has his fastball going. He might try to work in his slider with the 2-0 count. So it's under the zone for a ball, 3-0.
3-0. McGrady's starting to get a little uncomfortable or maybe worn out a little bit after playing this amount of time. So finally got the strike on. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-0 for the Crawdads in the top of the fourth. With a batter on second. This one's grounded, and they're able to get it, and Mel missed it. And Ellis is going to be able to score.
Really good attempt. So sprawling out and getting that one was the second baseman Ramirez. And the throw was just offline. So that error does let the Crawdads get another one across the board, 2-0. As you said, Ellis came in from third. So still only 1 out. And now we see the pitching coach come out for the Seagulls.
Yeah, probably everyone's heading to the mount. Looks like McGrady probably going to talk it over a little bit. Does not look like they're going to replace him. But would not be surprised to see if he comes out after this inning. Although we'll see. Depends on what Ryan Davis, coach or pitching coach, Cage Cascone wants. Brady Wilson, the designated hitter, is up. He was hit by the pitch.
Umpires call time. Looked like a soccer ball rolled onto the field up and over the fence.
Yeah,
that may have been what happened last time. We just didn't see it.
You got these people beyond the home run fence that are playing soccer or something. I don't think they realize that there's a collegiate baseball game going on right now. Oh, and
slider that was low and in the zone at the knees. So 0-2. Nice little at bat. What's the word I'm looking for? Way to climb back in after that rough few batters from the Crawdads, I guess you could say, to get some good pitches, make it 0-2.
And that one's a little wild, and looks like Ewens is going to be able to steal second.
Umpire's talking it out to see if Wilson went on that one. He didn't. I didn't think he did. It seemed to be a little pulled it away at the end. So 1-2 after that wild pitch.
Yeah, it looks like it wasn't anything like that. 1-2 now. This one goes low. 2-2.
Good low fastball. Wilson wouldn't chase. Good plate discipline from him to get the count even.
Now this one in the center, and they're gonna... Nope. Looks like Ewens is gonna stay at third.
That one was smoked. Comebacker at the mound. Rolled into center. Nice base hit from Wilson, his first hit of the day. And that knocks in Ewens from second. So big inning here from the Crawdads, as they now have 3.
2. The Ewens stayed at third.
Oh, you're right. I thought that he ran in. I saw somebody run by. You are correct. Yeah. My bad, everybody. Nice save on that one.
Another one hit into center, and now Ewens is going to be able to take it home. So 3-0 for the Crawdads, and just like that, they are heating up.
Yeah, that was a really good swing. Probably didn't even feel that one. Swung all the way through, dropped into center for a base hit. Like you said, that one actually knocked in Ewens this time, so that really is a 3-0 lead for Walnut Creek.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about having no-hitters. The broadcast jinx is so real.
That's true. We did jinx it. I started it. That one is on me.
And this one fouled back.
Still only one out. Crawdads have really got the bats going. That is their 3rd hit of the inning.
So 0-2 is the count. No, I thought they said he didn't go. Or 1-1. Scoreboard is incorrect.
That's yeah, you're right.
1-1. The umpire just showed that. This one, another one, high into right, but this time he's gonna get it. In the center, excuse me.
It's all good.
Sometimes.
I'd be doing that sometimes too, so that one will be the second out.
But
of
runners able to advance.
Yes. Yeah. So second out of the bottom of the 3rd. Still really good outing so far for the Crawdads, and it's not over yet.
And 1 the count for catcher Matt Gonzalez. Appears to look like. Yep. Gonzalez got a fly out in the 3rd inning.
That one was a ball. Should have been a strike, but it was a ball. She didn't put up the motion. I thought it was too. Looks like whoever's working the scoreboard thought that it was as well. So 1-1. But once again, really good movement on that slider. It just didn't cut in at the very end. That one does, but it's high. So 2-1.
2-1, 2 away, 2 on. Yeah, it seems like the umpire, a lot of questionable calls today, but
Well, it's tough. A pretty good amount of them are just outside the zone, and those
yeah,
are 50-50,
it's
so
tough.
it's hard to keep
You
the
can
zone
call
consistent.
either
I know
way.
I would be able to.
Of course, the pitcher wants one way, that batter wants the other way. Do the best you can. 2-2 count. Boy, it is getting windy out here, but that's typical San Bruno. No matter what season it is, it's always going to be cold at night. Swings, and he got him, and that'll end the inning.
Really good put-away pitch, but the slider was way in front of that one, and that ends it. So McGrady able to end it strong. Shows off the slider. Good movement.
So, bottom of the fourth, it's White is still out there, and it's Finn Whalen, who had a double in the, looks like called this one a foul, so it was a close one. Finn Whalen had a double in the first, looking to repeat something like that.
Yeah, Seagulls want to fight back here. It was a big inning put up by the Crawads to jump up, take 3-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. So at least get one run across and start the momentum. That'd be huge. This one's high. Wouldn't think about the high fastball. That one was way up in the zone. So now the count's 1-2.
Seems that this one,
Got him on that one, and that's a strikeout. Looked like he was in front. I don't think he. It looked like Wallen didn't know what to think on that pitch. Didn't know if he was thinking off speed or velocity, and decided to take a hack at it, and it was the wrong choice. It was outside, so that's one down.
Waldvogel is up. He had a fly out in the first, and the Seagulls had some work to do to come back, being down 3-0. But totally doable. Lots of time. We've seen some crazy amount of runs in innings.
Decent movement on that pitch from White, but it was low and under the zone, so that's 2 balls as Vogel's 2 ahead in the count.
Three and 0 is the count with 1 away and none on. And there's strike for White.
Really good pitch there from White. It was inside fastball. Hard to time up and get the bat on the ball for Walter Vogel. So 3-1 or 3-2.
I think it's 3. I think the umpires had 3-2, and now He's walking.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's on first anyways.
Now batting, number 26, Matt Galvin.
Matt Galvin, left fielder, is now up. Crawdads.
0-2 count, wants to stay alive. Fouls that one back on the inside pitch.
You never told me your walk-up song.
I still haven't thought of it yet. I really should think about it. I know that's what everybody wants to hear on this broadcast. That is what the big poll is. I just don't know.
Is it, or is it just our video production team that wants to know?
Well, hey, to be fair, you did ask, so I'm just saying. But no, I really don't know. It really depends on how I'm feeling, how I'm hitting, what part of the season we're in. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I said not like us, but honestly, like, there's so many songs that would be so good.
Oh, yeah, and that's
It was just the first that came into my mind, because I feel like someone might have put that on, and maybe I was at a Giants game recently and I heard it.
True, I think it was it Matt Chapman that has that one? Yes, it was. I got
I've definitely heard it.
It was Matt Chapman. Inside fastball wouldn't go for it.
It's low. 1-2. Yeah. Wearing shorts today was not the move for me. It's confusing because, I get here and it's during the afternoon and it's warm. This one flies into the dugout for the Seagulls. So still 1-2. And tries to pick him up, but he's safe. It's close.
Waldvogel barely dove back in time. That was a really good jump from Gonzalez. Good throw back to first. Waldvogel was able to dive back in time, but quick reaction time. Good pop-up speed there.
Tune to the call. Count. Excuse me. And tries to steal, and he gets it. They missed the catch.
Some good luck there. I don't think Waldvogel got as good of a jump as he would have wanted to, but catch was a bit offline, rolled in center. So now he reaches second, runner in scoring position for San Francisco here with one out.
With a full count as well. A run for San Francisco right now would definitely help them a lot, as it looks like Galvin hits this one but does not get there.
That one's caught, and it looked like Waldvogel thought it was going to fall.
Looks like it was a double play too.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like he thought it was going to fall. Made the catch, throw back to second. Waldvogel had no chance, and as soon as he turned, he knew it. So now we head to the top of the fifth. Crawdads put up 3 in the fifth inning off a big flurry of hits. And Seagulls put up none, so 3-0. Wait
New
for
pitcher on
us.
the mound as well, Sebastian Ruler from West Valley College.
So new pitcher on the mound for the Seagulls, Sebastian Bueller. He's got 1 game, 4.2 innings pitched. Hasn't allowed a run. He has 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, as that first pitch is away and off the plate for a 1-0 count. So once again, as we just mentioned, big inning from the Crawdads, putting up 3 on about 5 hits. They really got the bats going. And it's now up to the Seagulls to get it going. There's a grounder to second. Gathers, throws to first, and that is in time. So there's 1 down. Good start there from Bueller as he was able to get him to roll over on that one swing early. A good start. Wants to keep that going.
All right, I'm back and got 1-0 count. This one grounded in the center, and looks like he's.
And
they got
what a
him.
play from Alvarez. Or sorry, not Alvarez. I apologize. Ramirez, getting people mixed up here. He jumped up, and I mean both of his feet were off the ground. He was way up there, stagnant, had to turn, throw to first off balance, and got him in time. He's now made 2 plays. That one might have been the biggest play of the game for him so far.
Ellis has a run in the 4th, grounds this one, right, and he bobbles it and drops it, and so Ellis able to make the grab.
Yeah, that one took a weird bounce once again. That's the 2nd time that that's happened to the Seagulls when they're on defense. Ramirez had it lined up and just got over the top of his glove. You could see him kind of look behind him like, what the heck
So
just happened?
probably an error.
Yeah, I'd say that was an error.
Ground out into left and single. Both players able to advance.
Now up on the 23, John Owens.
John Ewens also has a run in the 4th and fly out in the 2nd. So they got these teriyaki chicken bowls. Got some quality food. They also offered a Spam bowl.
Nice. This pitch is outside, just off the zone, so that fastball couldn't find its way in. Opens up the count for Wilson. Wilson has reached the first base twice in this game. He's got a walk and a single. Decides to hold off on that one. Umpire says he went. So 1-1. He couldn't hold back. One-man pitch. This is foul. Looks like it was off the helmet of Santogo. That one probably rattled him a bit. So 1-2. And now Bueller with a chance to put it away. Here in the top of the 5th, 3-0 is your score. 1-2 the count. 2 down.
This one looks like it hits him on the leg or foot, so he'll head to first.
Yeah, now base is loaded, so good 2-out hit here from from Donnelly. Or no, from Wilson. Yes, Wilson on bat. Geez, my stats were all messed up. I apologize, everyone. So Wilson with a base hit could knock in 2 runs depending on how deep it goes and further the Crawdads lead up even more.
Yeah. It's like the Seagulls not great position right now.
Off-speed pitch, good movement. Slider bit at the end, but it was outside, so leave it at 1.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
This one's high. Wilson didn't want to go for that chase pitch, so now it's a hitter's count, sort of in the driver's seat here. And if he gets a pitch in the zone, it would make a lot of sense for him to take a swing at it, see what he can do with it.
Buller definitely on the little nervous. Definitely on the bridge here, but that one's fouled, so full count.
Had that pitch timed up. Looks like he swung under it and it went back.
So this pitch could do a lot. It could end the inning. It could be, you could get up to 4 runs here. Striking, and they got him.
Everyone knows what that means. It's half price hot dogs at the snack shack. Go head on over, get your half price hot.
Or hot dog batter, so that's half price hot dogs for all the fans here in the bottom half of the inning.
Definitely
and a good, really good.
Definitely a big pitch for Buller too.
Yeah, it was a really, really good off-speed pitch. Got him to swing out in front of it, and that ends the top of the frame.
Get that unique.
All right, go.
And that is that procedure for me.
All right, we're at the bottom of the 5th.
The plate number 27, Nav Sundar.
It's Nav Sundar, struck out in the 2nd. With the new pitcher, it's number 12, Max Cohen. He's a left-hander. That one fouled right.
So 1-1 is the count. Swings at that inside pitch. Good slider inside. So 1-2. Interesting. Crawdads have two lefties. So lefty starter, lefty reliever. Don't see that a whole lot, but always fun. So that slider, when it cuts it inside on a righty, hard to get the bat off the shoulder. It just ties you up. This one's off the plate for a ball, even at 2.
Cohen is a rising sophomore at Monterey Peninsula College from Alameda, California, and he got Sundar.
Yeah, got him looking. Fastball at the knees, froze him up, didn't take the bat out the shoulder, so that's 1 down, bottom of the 5th.
Tate Lewis, the catcher, walked in the 2nd, was left on base. Ball goes low. Hits this one grounded, and shortstop's going to get him.
Rolled over on the inside pitch, hit it straight to short, and that's 2 quick outs for Cohen.
Shane Santaga now up with struck out in the 2nd. Ooh, I like his walk-up song.
This is a good choice.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, one of my favorite bands.
Just off the plate for the opening pitch. Fastball, couldn't find it. 1-0.
Score is still 3-0. We're 2 away. Bottom of the 5th.
In there, good fastball. Decided to take since he's up 2-0 in the count. So 2-1. It's gonna be 3-1. Oh,
3-1.
wait,
yeah.
I'm confused after
All right.
that one. 3-1.
That was, I think the scoreboard was messed up. Or I guess not.
Yeah, he's walked on that one, so it looked like that was a first strike of the at bat.
Yeah.
Right? Because she called it. So first strike, he had 3 balls, so now he's walked. Now the lineup flips over.
So, Alan Ramirez, the leadoff batter, is back up. He was grounded out and struck out. So looking for his first on base. And Santaga's going to steal and gets it.
Throw from Gonzalez was a bit high. And that meant that Ellis had to jump up, get off the bag to snag it before going to the outfield, so a successful steal.
Typically when they try to pick the player off, throw it high.
Well, true, but that one he had to jump all the way up there
True.
and get it. Normally you want it coming in towards you so you can use that momentum, bring it down, and tag him.
Goes wide.
So 3-0. Could be another walk here from Cohen.
Pops this one up. Looks like it's going to go. That sounds like it hit a car.
That one hit a car. You can tell from the sound that
I
one
hope
hit a
that's
car.
not mine. It looked like it went in the direction of mine.
Let's hope not. That would not be a fun drive home.
Yeah. My parents probably be more upset than I would. That one goes grounded, and that's going to end the inning.
So score stays the same, 3-0. Nobody puts up as we head to the top of the sixth.
Back at it, top of the sixth. New pitcher for the Seagulls. It's Lincoln Juarez making his season debut. Is a returner for San Francisco, who's going up against Joey Donnelly, who grounds this one in his first pitch for a single.
Now batting number 14, Sam Jenkins.
Lincoln Juarez had a 2.84 ERA last year with the Seagulls. Now it's Sam Jenkins, who was struck out and hit a fly out in the third and fourth. And Donnelly's going to try to steal, and he will get it. So the count is 1-0, and with no outs, runner on second. 3-0 is your score. Looks they're taking a second. Pitcher, and now back at it. This one goes low. 2-0. swings at this one, but it's a foul. 1-1 now. So swings at this one. Chilling, cooling down a lot here. Everyone's bundled up with their coats. And that's what Dom is doing right now as well.
Yep. I got some food. It was nice and hot. That helped. And now I'm putting on my
Always.
big jacket.
Swings this one back into the parking lot.
That one might have just hit the ground. It didn't sound
I
like
didn't
it.
hear anything.
It didn't sound like it hit a car, thankfully.
I think baseball teams should get insurance. People should get insured by the teams, but you know, it's their own risk, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and Donnelly's going to be able to take third.
How did Donnelly go?
So the count is 2-2 with runner on third. And looks like umpire is...
No outs, top of the sixth, just to make sure everybody knows. Score of 3-0.
Looks like Juarez is talking to... Looks like they're confirming the count. I don't know, it says it right on the scoreboard, but I guess whoever's working the scoreboard, maybe he's unsure. Another one fouled in the walking path. You know, you see people going on their evening walks, and ball comes flying straight towards you.
Good swing, stayed alive. It was good contact just late on that one, so we started to time up the fastball.
Goes low.
Nasty movement on that one.
They got him.
That slider had good movement from the
Definitely a
righty,
questionable
cut in
call.
at the end, puts him away. That's one down.
31, Matt Brunswick.
So, one away. It's now the catcher, Matt Gonzalez. Fly out and strike out.
Looking to get on the board.
Totally. That one's a little wide. Probably didn't call that one a strike. Called the other one a strike. Definitely interesting. One goes low. Donnelly was thinking about running there, but Gonzalez was like, bad idea. So 2-0 now. That one right in the box.
Good fastball, blew it right by him, 2-1.
This one goes low, and they're looking to go home after a little while, but looks like Lewis was able to recover it.
Looked like it took a big bounce at the umpire up in the face mask. He looks to be all right, but that was loud. You're right, 3-1. Runner on third, one down. You're top the sixth.
And looks like Lewis is consulting Juarez. So, still 3-1. 1 away. Foul this one, so full count now.
Good timing up to the fastball. I was moving though. Still got the bat on it. Stays alive. Or no, sorry, it gets to that second strike. So full count.
This one fouled just over the stands. Looks like it's going to go into the grassy area of the park. So still a full count with 1 away and runner on third here in the top of the 6th. This one fouled again.
Try to get him on the inside pitch. Almost tied him up. He was in front of it and just barely looked like the inside part of the bat on it, so it does stay alive. That one might have rattled the hands a bit.
Was that 3 straight fouls?
Yeah, I believe so. So he has the timing down. Just hasn't got it down enough to put it in play.
Another foul ball. This one goes high, but the fence knocks it back.
Good battle here from Gonzalez and Juarez. So from Gonzalez, even if you don't get a hit or don't advance the runner, just running up his pitch count, that's a positive. We'll get some high fives in the dugout from that.
This one goes another foul. Pop up. Are they going to get it? And they will.
Infield fly. That one was way up there.
And it was Sundar who was able to make the catch.
Yep, that's 2 down here, top of the 6th.
16, Ray Johnson.
The leadoff hitter, Trey Johnson, has not made it on base yet. 2 ground outs and a fly out.
Now batting number 6, Jared Methan.
I think next game I try to go. Right. I don't know where he is, but I know whatever he's doing.
And looks like a runner steals second. This one goes deep into center field for a single, and Donnelly's gonna score, and so will Johnson.
With the 5-0 lead, number 2, Ryan Ellis.
Ryan Ellis now
So
up.
good contact. That was a pure stroke there. Just smacked that one into center, dropped in. Probably didn't feel it off the bat. Ran through, got to first, knocked in 2 runs. Crawads now up 5.
Ryan Ellis scored a run in the 4th and made it out and made it on base by an error on the 5th, made it to 3rd.
Watches that one in there for a ball, 2-0.
This one far, far left, but they tried to take it, but they do not.
Calvin was sprinting to his left. He almost got there, but and he ran all the way onto the walking path that we just mentioned. He had nowhere else to go because there's no wall on that side, so he just kept going. Now he jogs back. Might be a little winded. That was a good sprint. Get the legs going a little bit here in the cold. As count is 2-1. You're in the top of the 6th. Crawads put up 2, make it 5-0.
This one goes fouling back into the parking lot again. Didn't hear any sound, so it looks like it just hit the ground. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. A 5-0 lead for the Crawdads. With a runner on first. This one fouled.
Fouled again. 2 straight foul balls, staying alive. Good battle here from Ellis and Juarez.
Looks like Medums is able to steal second.
Well, that one was foul, so he's got to go back. It looks like it hit Lewis off the foul ball, hit him in the face mask area. He's kind of working out his shot. Looks like he's okay. Stings a little bit, though.
Still a 2-2 count with 2 away.
Looks like Lewis is going to take a little breather and get back into it. Looks to be okay, though.
Grounds this one. Looks like it's a foul. Out of bounds.
Just for a quick score update around the league here, Santa Barbara is up on Oroseco 3-1. Academy Barons are down 10-5 to the Conejo Oaks. Orange County is up on San Diego 8-0. Alameda is up on Menlo Park 6-3. And, of course, we have our very own game right here. Walnut Creek up 5-0 on the Seagulls here in the top of the 6th.
And they got him swinging.
Swing and a miss on that good off-speed pitch. The put-away pitch for the Seagulls has been nasty today, especially for the 3rd out of the inning. Good movement on the curveball, and the inning flips over.
So, bottom of the 6th, it's Jake Brewer up to bat.
Thank you.
He struck out in the 1st, hit a fly out in the 3rd. He bunts this one, and he's able to make it to 1st. So, a good way to start off the inning for the Seagulls.
Good speed from Brewer. Laid a bunt. It was perfect. Went down the third baseline. He took off out of the box, and now there's one on for the Seagulls. They really need some momentum going here. Game's starting to wind down. 3.5 innings left, and if you want to get one to get the momentum going, right now is the time to start cutting down on that lead.
Ethan Johnson up to bat. Singled in the that one goes, paints the box a little bit. Smacks this one into deep right field, but they got it.
That's one of those swings again where you get everything on it. Good contact, good power, goes down the line, and it just didn't have enough to get out of here, but also wasn't weak enough to drop in time, so you got to go back to the dugout, shake it off, and come back in the next at bat feeling good, feeling ready. Because that was a good swing there from Johnson, just couldn't get it.
So, Finn Whalen up, hit a double in the 1st, but then struck out in the 4th. He's known for, only 2 this season, but he's always trying. Get 2 stolen, 2 caught stealing. And Johnson able to hit this one deep into center field for a single.
Now pinch hitting for Derek Vogel with number 30, Carson Chavez.
Nope, last guy was Jackson Landry.
So,
A couple of pinch hitters. We were just informed. Thank you very much for our
pinch
team for letting us know,
hitter
because
for
we didn't notice.
Seagulls.
So, anyways, that one was drilled through center. Perfect swing, timed it up great. And now Seagulls have 2 on with one out.
All right, top of the 7th, the 4th pitcher of the game for the Seagulls after McGrady pitched 4 straight. It's been different pitchers each inning, and it's now going to be Gavin Zikria for the Seagulls. Right-hander from Santa Barbara City College. And
First pitch in there first, right? Good start there from Zikria. So 0-1 to start off the count
he's going against
for Leninger.
right, yeah, as you said, Riley Leininger, who singled in the 5th, with 2 and ground out in the 2nd and the 4th. This one goes low, almost hits him.
Straighten him up on the inside, as you said, 1-1.
One and one, your count. The ball distance and speed as well. So John Ewens and tries to pick off the injured, and they wild pitch, and he's gonna steal second, and now he's going for third, and he's gonna get there. So after a wild throw from Zikria, Lininger is able to make it to third.
That's no outs here. Now runner on third. Jonah. Seagulls have to work. This one keeps.
Going one. Runner on third.
Swing and a miss, blasted that velocity pitch right by him on the outside. So now down 2 in the count. Going to have to protect.
Ewens scored a run in the 4th, was hit by pitch in the 5th, fly out in the 2nd, and another wild pitch.
Looked like that one came out of the hand drawing and almost went behind her. I believe it did go behind Ewens, so definitely not where he wanted it. Just didn't get the correct.
Let's tell Ewens, they tell Lininger to stay at third. 1-2 your count with. Smacks this one into right field. And that is out of here. A 2-run home run for that Ewens. So the Crawads taking a big lead here. 7-0.
Yeah, the pitch from Zikria was just a bit high in the zone. Ewens was ready, turned on that one, and that one looked to be a no-doubter. It popped off the bat down the line, and that is now, as you said, Jonah, 7-0 lead off the big 2-run homer from Ewens.
So Brady Wilson back at it. Two and two. I know owner Mark Caviglia was saying that he was very excited about the team, and so obviously it's still early on, but
This one's low, so 3-2 wouldn't go for the chase pitch.
we'll count now. None on. One goes low, and he'll take the walk.
So runner on first here, no outs in the top of the 7th after Wilson got on base from the walk.
So Zikria still through 3 batters, still no outs. Now go up against Joey Donnelly, who scored in the 6th and has 2 hits today.
Outside, good fastball. Good placement, just didn't get the call.
So 1-1 now. This one goes low. This one goes wide left. So 3-1 now. Zikria struggling today so far. And Donnelly or Wilson's going to steal second.
He's going to reach there anyways after the second straight walk. So it looks like the Seagulls pitching coach is going to take a walk out to the mound.
Yeah. After, allowing 2 run or a home run, a single and a walk and a stolen base. They got definitely time to talk to Rio. And he will remain though.
Off-speed pitch had some good movement, but it was low and inside. So 1-0 to start off the count for Jenkins. Jenkins 0 for 3. He's got 2 strikeouts and a pop out to center.
Yeah, looking for his first hit of the day. That goes low. So 3-0 now. Zikrio's still looking for his first out of the inning.
Yeah, a bit of a rough stretch for him. I just hope he can shake it off. It looks like he's had a little bit of trouble of his command on the mound today. Pitches are all over the place.
Low, and another walk. And the bases are loaded.
That is his
all
third
through
straight
walks.
Yeah, third straight walk. Definitely some, as I said, command trouble just a few seconds ago. But they're going to stick with him. Hopefully he can get out of this jam.
In the last inning, had that really long at-bat with Lincoln Juarez, and this one is a wild pitch, and Brady Wilson's going to score, and other runners are going to advance. And looks like Ryan Davis is coming out, so wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he's done. Rough day for Zikria.
Once again, rough outing. You never like to see it, but we can always hope that he can bounce back next game, have some good shutdown innings, and get right back into his groove.
So, looks like Ethan Johnson, who was designated hitting today, is now going to be pitching. We don't see much of him pitching. He's pitching, but we'll see about right now. Maybe he'll get the Seagulls out of this slump.
What is it? Oh. Did it get hit by a ball?
No, it landed on the ground.
Really?
Like that, it had that one with the package of fake news.
Yeah. So it's Ethan Johnson taking the mound for the first time for the Seagulls, hoping to get out of this stretch. Gonzalez is still at bat, and 1-0 is the count. On top of the 7th, 8-0 score.
Good first inside fastball, finds his own.
I like to see difference in college where you have like so many players that do both pitching and hitting versus once you get to pros you're stuck to one unless you're Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, it's definitely rare. In the pros they tend to focus on one thing. Like for example, the Giants, Bryce Eldridge was actually he was a pitcher in high school too when they drafted him. And he was pretty good, too, but they saw that potential in his hitting, and they chose to focus on that rather than pitching. Instead of making him a two-way player, just have him focus on hitting, and he's doing very well. So the pros are very good at knowing exactly what to work on and exactly what to really hone in on, get the skills going. Shohei is, like you said, one of those kind of rare projects that can excel in both, and that's why he's a world-class player.
Yeah, so full count now. The last pitch was fouled, right? And they got him. So Ethan Johnson, in his first at-bat, is able to strike out Gonzalez, excuse me.
Now batting, number 16, Trey Johnson.
So Trey Johnson back at it. He scored in the 6th. Foul. Oh, and 1 now. 1 out. Grounds this one, and looks like the Crawdads are going to score twice to make it a 10-0 game.
Good solid contact from Johnson. He was all over that. Even though it was a ground ball, sometimes it finds its way through, and that's going to knock in two. And as Jonas said, it's now a 10-0 game for the Crawdads. They have opened it up here in the 7th inning.
This one fouls back. So 5 runs scored in this inning and just 1 out.
Two. Looking to put up 2 outs.
This one goes low.
Just off the zone. Umpire said it was a ball. I would have thought that was a strike.
Yeah, that looked like a strike to me. But
Lewis thinks so too. Kind of looks back to see what the thinking on the call was, but nonetheless, got to keep going on this at bat.
oh, and he
That one didn't get him. Looked like it did. It was just very inside.
and then he didn't react to it. So
Moved his hands up on the inside
I
pitch.
guess he
Very
got
much.
lucky there, but Johnson was able to steal second. So 2-2 now. That one goes low, so full count.
Inside pitch again. So, as you said, full count. He's trying to tie him up, give him a swing, but Medham is not taking the inside pitch. Maybe trying to work on the outside part of the zone, and he does. He was. So the only two outs in this inning are both strikeouts, courtesy of Ethan Johnson. Can he put him away?
Ryan Ellis, who was struck out in the 6th and has a run in the 3rd and a made on base from an error. 5th. And he grounds this one and just missed by Ramirez. Are they going to be able to get him? No, they will not. And so another run scored by the Stompers.
By the Crawads, not the Stompers.
The Crawads, excuse me. That was our last team.
Another sharp grounder, and that was Ramirez who dove. He got the body in front of it, but couldn't get the glove on it, and that gave Johnson enough time to score.
So Leininger, for his second at-bat of the inning, went through the whole roster. So this one goes low. One and one now. This one wide left.
Outside pitch just found the zone, even at 2.
Johnson just wants to end this inning for the Seagulls. Been a very long one.
And looked like it was in the same spot as last time. Umpire sees it different. So full count, 3-2. Really big pitch here for Johnson.
And another walk. And Johnson tried to finish, but could not.
Now batting number 23, John Yovens.
Owens with the big 2-run homer in his last at bat in the same inning.
Yeah.
See if he's got that kind of power again.
So this is the 10th at bat of the inning.
Good off-speed pitch. Had a little bit of bite to it. Nice curveball. And now 0-2.
One goes low. 1-2 now. 2 away. Batter's on. 2 on. One wide. 2-2.
Off-speed pitch looks like he didn't get a good handle on it at the end, coming out of the windup. So that one was way off the plate. 2-2.
This one fouled back over left. Not sure exactly where that one went. And they got him.
Good put away pitch, high fastball, got him to chase, and that will end the long inning for the Seagulls as they let in.
At bats.
Yes, they let in 6, and the Crawdads get their lead up to 11 now.
So, bottom of the 7th, after a very long top of the 7th, the Seagulls finally are at bat. Down 11-0. It's going to be Mac Galvin taking the base. Or is it? No, that's a. Excuse me, that is a pinch hitter. Ben Koch. One goes low.
Caught him to chase on the off-speed pitch way out of the zone. That is one he is not going to want to look back on in the batting practice, so that's one down.
Another Jalen Hodges now pinch hitting for the Seagulls. 2-0 now. Grounds this one straight to the pitcher, and that will be the second out.
Coming to the plate, number 38, Tate Lewis.
Tate Lewis now up to bat. He walked in the second and was grounded out in the fifth. Goes a little right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Grounds this one to left, and just like that, the inning is over.
What is the top of the eighth inning? And one last shout out to our Golden
Pinch hitter?
Seagulls.
Inning from Guerrero.
I think
Guerrero had strikeout and then 2 weak contact for 2 ground outs. And that's exactly what you want from your reliever after putting a big inning on offense. And now we flip over to the 8th.
so. Johnson still at the mound, as this one is they call it fair. So singled into right, and he will stay at first.
Good solid swing there from Wilson. Just stayed fair, and sometimes that's all you need. He thought about going 2, but he was held up at first. Would have been close. He had a chance of getting there, but safe play. Holding it at first, and that's 1 on with no outs. Good leadoff single.
Yeah, at this point, there's no reason for them to do anything aggressive. So Joey Donnelly, back at it, has 2 runs today.
Pitch got by Lewis, and Wilson will stay on first.
3-0. Count.
3-0 count for Johnson. So Donnelly with a really good chance to take a swing of the bat. He's probably going to get a pitch in the strike zone, get a base hit, maybe even a little more.
This is his first strike. One goes high and be a walk for Donnelly.
Donnelly's second walk of the day. He is 2 for 3 with 2 walks, so a very good day at the plate for him.
Fouls this one.
So counts 2-2.
One goes high, so full count now. This one grounded, and they're only able to get it to second.
Runners on the corners, but I do like the thought from Ramirez. Toss it over to second and hope for the double play. But Jenkins gets there and will reach first off of the fielder's choice. Now Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and 2 pop-outs. So he wants to get on the board for the first time today. Rare to see somebody not get on the board when you're up by 12. He wants to change that. That's first pitch high and inside.
And if anyone's wondering for some pro baseball, the Giants beat the Rockies 6-5 tonight after they were down 5-3 going into the ninth. Or, no, they were down 5-2 going into the ninth, and they scored 4 runs at the top and were able to finish it off. It's a big win for them today. So 3-1 now with 1 out, and almost hits Gonzalez. But I guess they said they almost hit him, but still a walk. So they will have bases loaded here. And now Cage Cascone is talked at the mount with some of the other players, meeting with Johnson after 4 straight men on base.
Now batting number 16, Trey Johnson.
So Trey Johnson, his last 2 at-bats, scored. So definitely not who Ethan Johnson, the other Johnson, is looking to.
I got it in San Jose, but
It's definitely something he's got to keep in mind. But you got Johnson versus Johnson here.
Ooh. Yeah.
Johnson, a family company, as they say.
Even though we know that they're not, it's always fun to say, I wonder if they're
Family.
related.
Fly ball, and they miss it. And it looks... And Wilson's able to score.
I would say you score that as 2 errors on that one off the catch and then throw it a second.
Now batting number 6, Jake Meadow.
So, Jared Medham now up.
Still only 1 out here, bases loaded in the top of the 8th.
Similar to the 6th, or the 7th, excuse me, where it was a ton of at-bats and very little outs to start.
Yeah, a lot of walks, and there have been 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, and that's going to add up.
Errors too. I don't know if any of those are errors in the 7th, but Seagulls outfield has been struggling a little bit, and pitchers. So, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. 12-0 in the top of the 8th.
And go for that low fastball on the outside, now 2-1.
Someone's car is going off somewhere. Smacks. This one's fouled. Or
looks like it went off. Well, he fouled it, just went off of his foot. So that one stung.
Definitely sucks when, fouled and it still hits you. And you don't get the walk, but get a strike instead. This one low and wild, but they're going to stay. So full count now. And for Ethan Johnson, strikeout here would be big, or any sort of out. But no, they call it low. And so it is Jenkins who's going to be able to score there.
Going to knock in a run after the walk since bases are loaded. It's now a 13-run game. Still only 1 out here at the top of the 8th.
The 10th walk of the game for the Seagulls. And looks like Ryan Davis is coming out. So Johnson is done for the day. And Reese Appleby will be the new pitcher coming in for San Francisco. He's a right-hander from Cal Poly goes to school at Cal Poly. Is from right here at San Francisco. He's a redshirt freshman, so let's get to our sponsors. Big thank you for AWC for all your air duct and window cleaning needs. Trust the professionals at Associated Window Cleaning. Family owned and operated since 1946. Fun fact, the owner's grandson has been part of the Seagulls organization since 2017. Keep them in mind when the hot dog batter strikes out. So now it's going to be Ryan Ellis up to bat for the Crawads.
Probably the one you have. The higher it is, the worse the quality gets. The lower it is, like the sharpest you can get.
Yes, sir.
First pitch under the zone for a ball, 1-0.
With bases loaded. 12-0 in the top of the 8th.
That's my like Francisco.
Smacks this one in a left center, and looks like
That one did roll back to the wall. It's just very
rolled
dark
back,
out
so
there.
He didn't catch it in there, and that's two runners made it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now batting number 11, Brian Laymanson.
So a good swing of the bat from Ellis as he goes opposite field and drilled that one all the way to the back wall. That one definitely didn't have a chance of getting out, but it was good contact. Didn't have the height, but it had the power, and he knocks in 2 runs. He's got more RBIs on the day, and now a 15-0 game for the Crawdads. Good Osby pitch. Good movement there, but it goes under the zone. Those are low sliders, so 1-1.
Two and one now. Put one away. And this one also goes flying into right center field. And he drops this one too. So you're going to get another run.
16-0 now, and again, a good swing. Langer was all over it.
15, I think.
Drilled that one in, as you said, right center. Good swing. Took a turn on the inside pitch, and it worked out. Still went out here with runners on the corners.
Now batting number 23, John Williams.
Now Ewan's up to bat. He is
Looks like
1 for 4. He was hit by a pitch, but he did have the big 2-run home run that really got the scoring going in the 7th for the Crawdads, open it up. And that one hit by the pitch for a second time today.
yeah, definitely does not feel good. And Resnick struggling to start here.
Now batting number 34, Brady Wilson.
Big swing and a miss there. Swing and a miss there. He was trying to take him deep, so 1-1 start off the count for Wilson.
This one swinged into left center field.
That one's gone.
That one is gone. Wow. The Crawdads just absolutely dominating here in this late game.
That was a grand slam. That was no doubter. You could tell off the bat. He turned on that one and drilled it all the way back. Absolutely no doubt.
No doubt.
He was jogging. He knew it was over, and I believe that is a 20-0 lead now for the Crawdads. They have completely torn up this game. And the second, that was Wilson, not Ewens. Huge grand slam again over the left field wall, no doubt.
Now batting number 49,
First pitch is a ball, 1-0.
So it's Joey Donnelly. And if you look at it, every single player besides Donnelly has scored.
That one's going to drop in for a hit, too. So,
And now he's
single for
hit.
him.
So the Seagulls just can't get anything here.
No, you would hope for some weak contact, but they just can't get it. Every single swing of the bat that the Crawdads have, they are either drilling it over the fence or into a gap.
And
And
the walk.
yeah,
Every single Crawdad has made it on base.
good outside strike.
And Donnelly's the only one that hasn't scored.
Try to time up that fastball when he was late. Fouled back 0-2.
So 19-0 now. Still 1 out. Still the top of the 8th. And this one bounces.
Almost him. Actually went behind him, so he definitely lost control at the end of his pitching routine.
Another one smacked into left field.
Drops in again. That is a lot of hits in a row for the Crawdads still.
So it's Gonzalez. You want to know what Gonzalez did earlier this inning? He scored a run.
Well, no surprises there, but a good first pitch. Got him to swing on the inside fastball. Couldn't time it up on one.
At this point, it's like, it's cold out. I think people want to go home, but nope. Hit by pitch.
So base loaded for the Crawdads again.
And yep, Ethan John or Ben Koch, they're meeting him. He's probably done. Ben Resnick. Excuse me. Other Ben I was talking about.
I mean, a lot of them know how to pitch.
Looks like they're talking. I don't. Maybe he's not done. Nope. Looks like Ryan Davis is going back. They're keeping him on there. They have some faith that he can get some outs here. But I was gonna say, 3 pitchers in 1 inning. That would be pretty rough. So hits ground. And this one smacks to the ground. Can they get it? No, they cannot. Another one that just goes through the gaps. And looks like another run scored.
Crawdads tack on yet another one here in the top of the 8th.
And Joey Donnelly, the only one that didn't score, guess what? He scored now.
So Benton in his last at bat this inning was walked. Ball is low under the zone, so 1-0.
Smacks this one in the center field. No, still not. Still can't get it. Oh, but it's it looks like it's Gonzalez. Or no, maybe that's that is Gonzalez. Is able to actually. That was.
Got a pinch hitter here for the Crawdads. First pitch off the zone for a ball, 1-0. Drills
Smacks
this one, and that
looks like it's foul.
one's in there. Count is 2-1. We got a score of 21-0 in favor of Walnut Creek here in the top of the 8th. 2 down.
21-0. Grounds this one. Is this going to be it? No, it will not.
And rolls through, knocks in another one.
Score once again. Riley Leininger up. Scored, of course. And it's about to go through the whole lineup twice. All that strike.
So 2 outs, 0-1 in the top of the 8th here. Crawdads on an absolute tear.
One's low. And Ben Resnick just, Brian Davis thought he could get it going, but he just hasn't.
Pitch straightens him up.
High.
Such take on the outside one. Thought about it though, so count's now 2-1.
This one flies into left field. Doesn't look like they're gonna get there. So 22-0 Crawdads.
For reference, not going to get there because it was foul.
Yes, excuse me. The Seagulls dugout is cheering on Resnick, encouraging him on. And are they going to get there? There they will. And finally, the inning comes to a close.
Yeah, that was another rough one. I think they tacked on 10 at least. So score of 22-0 here in the top of the 8th. But to our saving grace, Sweet Caroline is playing, so that makes us all feel a bit better.
All right. Finally at the bottom of the 8th, the score is 22-0 Crawdads. An absolute decimation here for Walnut Creek.
Sounds like Robbie.
But it's going to be Halen Guerrero, who, if you don't, because it's been so long, was the pitcher in the 7th. And Santaga
2-2 is the count.
is the batter. Was walked in the 5th. And he's gone.
Big
Like
swing
that.
of the big swing and a miss there off the velocity pitch. Could not catch up to it, and that is one down.
So, Ramirez here. Looking to make it on base for the first time tonight. Smacks this one right to the shortstop. And they got him. So, 2 straight outs for the Crawads. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Seagulls. It's going to be Miles Callinger.
Number 22, Miles Kaiser.
Call that a ball. Looked like it was in the box
I
to
honestly
me.
thought that the last 2 were in the strike zone.
Yeah. Maybe they're giving the Seagulls benefit of the doubt, being down the score that they are. So 3-2 now. This one fouled back.
Stays alive. We've seen 4 straight fastballs now, so the off-speed pitch could put him away. Be ready for that one.
Grounds this one to third. And he's gone. Just
Lead alive, and now we head to the
just
top of the
rough
ninth.
just rough for the Seagulls. You know, having all these so many runs for the Crawdads, and it's their chance, and just straight outs. 3 up, 3 down.
Come out and catch high-level baseball all summer.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Birdman Bats. Swing for the fences with Birdman Bats. the official bat of your San Francisco Seagulls. The bats are built for the pros, beloved by the prospects, made from the finest wood customized for you. Former Seagulls player Cody would be happy to help you with all your wood bat needs. Check out his banner and give him a call. What do we do?
Wait, mine are good. Mine's good.
But this is. Oh. Oh, okay, you're back on. I don't know. I have no idea.
Hello.
Yeah, they're on.
So, top of the ninth, right away, swung into center field. Two runs and then the grand slam, and another one for Brian Wilson. This guy is on fire.
Another really, really good swing.